Hello and welcome back to WWE 2K20 Universe Mode, and we are kicking things off here tonight with a 6-woman tag team match, and wow, this is a sight to see. The first time Becky Lynch has been without her Raw Women's Championship on Monday Night Raw. It is a very, very strange thing to see, and of course, if you didn't see it, go back and watch Clash of Champions to make sure you're caught up with what is going on this one. And make sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a like, leave a comment below. Just anything, just leave a comment. It's just great to have interaction in the comments. Make sure not to miss what is coming up next. But we got to talk about Clash of Champions. Becky Lynch losing her Raw Women's Championship to Rhea, Ripley, and well, it was a controversial ending to that match. Very controversial indeed. Shayna Baszler, Miss Money in the Bank, came out. It really looked like she was going to cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase, but instead, changing her mind, walking away after distracting the Raw Women's Champion, well, the former Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch, distracting enough for Rhea Ripley to be able to get in that Riptide and get the huge victory. And that is what set off this match here. Becky Lynch teaming up with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross to take on Shayna Baszler, her good friend Ronda Rousey, and the new Raw Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley. But Shayna still has that briefcase there. Rhea Ripley's going to have eyes in the back of her head. Shayna Baszler, definitely not a partner who can be trusted here tonight. She is always going to be looking at an easy way to get that championship gold. But she is definitely playing with the champions, trying to keep that briefcase as long as possible, waiting for the perfect opportunity. But Rhea Ripley, our new Raw Women's Champion, out here right now. And what an impressive sight it is to see her with that championship around her belt. It took her two shots at Becky Lynch, but the second time it worked out for her. She managed to get the experience under her belt, managed to beat Becky Lynch, and we're starting things off here with Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey going one-on-one to start off this big 6-man tag team match. But we got to talk about our main event of tonight. It is going to be a major main event. Of course, we are leading into Hell in a Cell as our next pay-per-view, and the main event of tonight will be a battle royale to determine the #1 contender for the WWE Championship, which of course is still held by Drew McIntyre after Drew managed to vanquish Kevin Owens at Clash of Champions. Becky Lynch going for the tag into Nikki Cross right there. Nikki now getting the opportunity to go after Ronda Rousey. Both Nikki and Alexa will be looking for some big momentum here. They were kind of a big thing at the beginning of Universe Mode. Alexa Bliss having a big opportunity at the Raw Women's Championship in a triple threat and then a 2 out of 3 falls match with Becky Lynch back at the beginning of Universe Mode, but not being able to get that Raw Women's Championship. So both of those two women are looking to kind of get some momentum back on their side and kind of get their place back here on Raw in Universe Mode. But speaking of Kevin Owens, the man who did not gain that WWE Championship at Fastlane, we will be seeing Kevin Owens. He won't be in action, but he will be in the corner of his security team, AOP, as they will be going up against Shane Thorne and Tony Nese, who are back trying to have a second opportunity to get off to a good start here in Universe Mode as a tag team. Though it's going to be difficult for them to get through the force that is AOP. Shayna Baszler now getting the tag in, and things are looking not so good for Alexa Bliss as Shayna Baszler works over the arm, trying to break the arm of Alexa Bliss there. And now to the other one, a big stomp on the elbow, really trying to deal all the damage she can to Alexa Bliss's arms. Wasting legs though, catching the foot, ducking underneath and then throwing Shayna down to the ground. Miss Money in the Bank taking some punishment from Alexa right now, but catching Alexa, pulling her down as well. Nikki and Becky loaf trying to get that tag to Alexa Bliss, who is having some real issues with Shayna Baszler right now. Miss Money in the Bank. Wait a second, Alexa Bliss managing to get the reversal, but Shayna reversing yet again in this one. We will also have our United States champion in action here tonight, Aleister Black. has issued a challenge and is going to be going up against Tyler Bate. Here's no, wait a second though, Becky. Oh, wait a second. It looked like Becky and Shayna were going to have to go one-on-one for the first time, but Shayna Baszler getting out of there straight away as soon as Becky tagged in. And now it is a rematch of what we saw at Clash of Champions. Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, of course, the woman who took away that Raw Women's Championship from Becky Lynch. Can Rhea pin Becky again tonight to really cement her legacy? And that was a huge spear there from Rhea Ripley. And now throwing those punches down to the face of Becky Lynch. Really showing her dominance over the former Raw Women's Champion. It really throws me to have to say that she is the former Raw Women's Champion. I'm not used to it just yet. Boy, so Becky managing to get that hot tag to Alexa Bliss. Alexa and Rhea going at it right now. Rhea really outsizing Alexa. A lot bigger woman compared to Alexa Bliss and a lot stronger as well. But as I was saying just before I got interrupted by this Rhea Ripley Becky Lynch rematch we had, I was talking about the fact that we have our United States Champion in action, Aleister Black, after he managed to defend the championship against Sheamus in a very hard fought match. It really came down to who was going to be able to get that kick first, and unfortunately for Sheamus, it was Aleister Black getting in that black mass before Sheamus could hit the bro kick. But Aleister Black, still the United States Champion, in action tonight, taking on Tyler Bate, a man who has really been trying to get something in Universe Mode. He's been working really hard to try and get some wins. Only a 2 count there for Rhea Ripley over Nikki Cross, but as I was saying, Tyler Bate has really been working hard as a tag team with Trent Seven as Moustache Mountain. They just haven't been able to get it to work, but Tyler Bate has had such amazing performances here in Universe Mode. He's really proved himself in the ring, but just been not able to get these wins. He managed to get his first win a couple of weeks back, but tonight is a huge opportunity for Tyler Bate. Going one-on-one with the United States Champion. And sure, if Tyler could defeat him, then you got to think that's going to be a future championship match for Tyler Bate, but Aleister Black still undefeated here on Monday Night Raw. Is not going to be easy. Wait a second. Becky and Shayna together, but again, Shayna Baszler getting away from Becky Lynch. Shayna does not want to fight Becky Lynch right now. But Bexploder suplex to Ronda Rousey. Ronda being caught straight away by Becky Lynch. Is that enough to put away the former UFC champion? Only a 1 count there for Becky. Of course, Becky Lynch, we talk about it a lot with her, but it isn't just her disarmer that puts people away. It really is all these other moves of hers. Well, this the Bexploder. Wait a second though. Ronda Rousey had Becky up for the Piper's Pit. 1, 2, but Becky Lynch managing to kick out of that one. Rhea Ripley though getting in the ring, trying to go after Becky Lynch right now, but accidentally hitting into the face of Ronda Rousey. Bit of a discretion between these two, but now Rhea Ripley, wait a second. Rhea's got in there, the referee needs to get her out, and that's a riptide to Becky Lynch. Oh, come on. Is that going to be able to put away Becky? 1, 2, but Nikki Cross just there in time to save the former Raw Women's Champion after Rhea Ripley broke the rules of the match and just got in there and hit a massive riptide onto Becky Lynch. And wait a second, Ronda Rousey locked in that armbar, but Alexa Bliss this time breaking it up. Really the benefit of having the 6 women's tags, having 2 women to watch your back. Especially when the other team is cheating, just like Rhea Ripley just did. Becky and Ronda Rousey, certainly a dream match between those two, but Becky now tagging out to Nikki Cross, the mad woman Nikki Cross. You never know what is going to happen when Nikki's in the ring. It's always some very wild offense from her, picking Ronda up and slamming her down. The Falcon Arrow there from Nikki Cross, now going for the pinfall on Ronda Rousey. 1, 2. Oh, Ronda just kicking out on 2.999 there, it looked like. Nikki though, jumping straight back on her, not letting it pass, throwing punches, just absolutely clobbering Ronda Rousey right now. I don't think Ronda was ready for this energy from Nikki Cross, this fire that's in her belly. But in comes Shayna Baszler, Miss Money in the Bank, straight away getting in this series of strikes, and that last punch to the face of Nikki Cross, unbelievable. And we've seen this before, we've seen this many a time. These are linking suplexes going into the pin. 1, 2, but Nikki Cross managing to kick out of that one. It's always so impressive to see the strength of Shayna Baszler when she can lift people up like that, like it is absolutely nothing. Shayna stomping on the hands of Nikki Cross, and now wait a second, trying to get rid of everyone, but Becky Lynch not allowing it to happen. Becky Lynch and Shayna Baszler coming face to face. But Becky Lynch not in the match properly. Wait a second, Shayna Baszler's got her up, and Kira through the clutch. Is Nikki Cross going to be forced to tap out? Is Nikki Cross going to tap out to Miss Money in the Bank? No, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch getting in there. Becky Lynch saving the match for her team. You got to think if it had been a few more seconds, that would have been a tap out for Nikki Cross. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Apparently the Kira for the clutch, like I was saying, it had done so much damage to Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross was basically out. She was out cold. And sure, Nikki Cross took a lot of punishment in this one as well. But Miss Money in the Bank standing tall here tonight, picking up the big victory. But very cleverly, you did see Shayna Baszler, whenever Becky Lynch got in the ring, Shayna Baszler got out. She always tagged out whenever Becky got in there. And clearly Rhea Ripley's not done with Becky Lynch either. But tonight, these three women picking up a huge victory here tonight on Monday Night Raw. The Raw Women's Champion, Miss Money in the Bank. A dangerous alliance indeed between these guys here tonight. But now we move on to tag team contests. We have Tony Nese and Shane Thorne, of course. Didn't go well for them last time. Last time they came up against the newly debuted team of Hype Air, Mojo Rawley and Mark Andrews. But tonight, they thought that was a fluke. It was a mistake that they lost that one. So they're here again here tonight as a tag team. But they've got to go up against these two. AOP, the security team for Kevin Owens. Of course, Kevin didn't manage to get that WWE Championship, but look at what is on his stomach. A big picture of Sami Zayn's face and a cross through it. Well, we saw what Kevin Owens and AOP did to Sami Zayn. They broke his leg, absolutely destroying Sami Zayn, and Sami, he's out. He is out for a long time, and Kevin Owens clearly gloating about that as he hides behind his security team, the Authors of Pain, AOP. And while Kevin Owens clearly showing off in this one, but AOP got off to a very big start in this match, hitting the big boot to Shane Thorne. And you've got to think these guys would be very much the size advantage in here. And you'd expect them to be very dominant over these two guys. But Shane Thorne and Tony Nese, they're desperate for some wins here in Universe Mode. And they are trying as hard as they can. And as much as they haven't managed to pick up a win yet, they have been very close to getting some victories. And you have to say, it's a surprise that Tony Nese was even able to come back after the brutal assault he took from Baron Corbin back in the day. Of course, we don't know really what's happened to Baron Corbin after he got fired from Monday Night Raw, but Tony Nese managed to come back, got this team with Shane Thorne, and they did manage to get into this match a bit. Managed to do some good work to AOP in the middle of this match, managing to isolate Razor from Akam. But eventually, it was too much, and Akam had enough, trying to go after Tony Nese on the outside, saving his tag team partner Razor. And of course, Kevin Owens there the entire time, causing his presence to be felt with his anti-Sami Zayn t-shirt on. And this was all too much for Tony Nese as he got beaten down by Akam. And that was all she wrote in this one. And it came down to this, the huge lariat. The double team move that took out Sami Zayn. 2, 3, and the AOP, Kevin Owens' private security, pick up the big victory here tonight. And you got to think they will be looking for those tag team championships at some point. But they're also going to be looking at revenge against the Usos after the Usos did manage to beat them a few weeks ago. But here he is, the man who is undefeated here on Monday Night Raw. It is ridiculous how much he has done with that United States Championship. And he managed to defend that championship against Sheamus at Clash of Champions. And still champion here tonight, Aleister Black. Just look into his eyes and you can see that there is just calm. There is no rage, no anger, no nothing inside of him, just a calm. He goes in there, he does what he needs to do. He lets his moves do the talking for him. And Aleister Black here tonight going up against Tyler Bate in what is the biggest opportunity he has had here in Universe Mode so far. Tyler Bate is desperate for to prove himself. He has had some amazing matches here in Universe Mode. He's faced off with Batista, one of the very few men who's faced off with our general manager Batista. Of course, coming up short in that one, but he has proved himself. He has always managed to do well in these matches, but ultimately it's just led to his defeat. He did get his first victory a few weeks ago, but it was quite a lucky victory for Tyler Bate. But here tonight, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. Tyler Bate going one-on-one with the United States Champion Aleister Black in a non-title match, I should say. The title is not on the line in this one. Tyler Bate dropping Aleister Black there with a big DDT, and getting off to a strong start is Bate. Waiting on Black though, over the top of the arm. Very respectful from these two. Nothing too... I take it back straight away after that. That's about big knee to the face. And now getting in the offense, laying it into Tyler Bate. Of course, Tyler's tag team partner here on the outside, Trent Seven. Pete Dunne not out here because Pete Dunne will be in our main event here tonight. He will be competing in that #1 Contenders Battle Royale. 8 men have been chosen from Monday Night Raw. Whoever wins that match will get the opportunity against Drew McIntyre, the WWE Champion, at Hell in a Cell. Of course, you have to wonder who might be facing Aleister Black for that United States Championship as well. Or if he'll even be on the card of Hell in a Cell, you never know. Of course, Clash of Champions, every championship had to be defended, but Hell in a Cell, if there's more important matches, or if no one is able to step up to Aleister Black, or if perhaps people are afraid to step up to the champion, then maybe there won't be a match for Black at Hell in a Cell. Maybe he'll get the night off. You never know. But I'm sure if Tyler Bate gets the victory here tonight, then he would be the next man in line for a United States Championship opportunity. That'd be very impressive indeed if he was able to be the first man on Raw to get a pinfall victory over Aleister Black. Tyler Bate is now trying to get himself back into this match right now. Aleister was doing quite well in this, really quite a dominant beginning of this match, with Tyler looking to get his way back into this after the multiple kicks to the face he's had and the stomps. Wait a second. Oh, deadlift there from Tyler Bate and kipping up. Just look at the strength that this boy has. He is a big, strong boy, is Tyler Bate. Big kick to the gut there from Aleister Black as he reverses Tyler. But Tyler himself getting the reversal back on Aleister Black. And not wanting things to end so quickly in this one. Or trying for that over-the-head foot to the face. But it did miss for Tyler Bate. And that is a thing with that move. That move quite often, it really does miss a lot. Perhaps Tyler should consider some new signature offense, because it hasn't necessarily worked that well for him. Maybe if he managed to hit a different move, something else that would have caused a lot of damage, then he might be able to win more of his matches, but he has missed that move more than he's hit it, I'd have to say. Aleister Black thrown to the outside. Tyler Bate. Oh, wait a second. Aleister Black jumping himself back into the ring, showing off his athleticism, and then catching Tyler Bate with a big knee to the face, and now sitting down centre of the ring, getting his calm back, getting himself back into the zone. The zone that Aleister Black gets into when he's in the ring. And the big kick to the side of the head of Tyler Bate. And it's looking to be over for Tyler very, very early in this one. Aleister Black calling for the Black Mass, and Black Mass! That's got to be it for Bate. 1, 2, No, Tyler Bate kicked out of the black mass. Very impressive. I thought that was going to be it for Tyler Bate, and then moving out of the way, throwing Black to the outside, using Black's momentum against him to make sure that he ended up outside of the ring. Now Bate really needs to take advantage of this. Needs to take advantage of the fact that Aleister Black has been thrown off his tempo right now. Laying some big offense, get that Tyler drive, and again, going for that over the top foot. That wheelbarrow kick, and it did not work yet again. Exactly what I was talking about before, and it allowed Aleister Black to get back into this match, hitting a springboard knee to the face, and now going up to the top, looking to go for a big moonsault to Tyler Bate. And Tyler Bate may have just lost his opportunity in this match. Of course, Trent Seven on the outside for a third time. It doesn't connect. Unbelievable. It just will not connect in this one. And Aleister was in the corner, perhaps looking for that running knee, but Tyler Bate managing to roll to the outside, and that might have been the only thing that saved him. But this time Aleister Black, a big springboard moonsault to the outside, and now a huge kick to the side of the head of Trent Seven. Aleister Black losing his temper a little bit in this one. And now getting Tyler Bate back up to his feet. Aleister Black needs to get him back in the ring, but Bate taking advantage of the slight distraction of Aleister Black as he went after Trent Seven. Oh, went for the black mass, but Tyler Bate managed to duck out of the way of the black mass. But this time, it was not enough for Bate, I should say. But wait a second, rope break. His hand was under the rope. That is the second black mass that he has managed to get out of in this match so far. However, this time it was just due to the rope break. So perhaps not to put as much into it. Wait a second, a 1 count there. Tyler Bate kicking out at 1. Unbelievable. And this time he hits it. He finally hit it. Could this be the night? Could this be the night for Tyler Bate? Could Tyler Bate be the first man to pin? Oh my goodness, I got completely flustered. He got so close. 2.999 Tyler Bate. And he is calling for that Tyler driver 97. Is it going to be enough though? Is it going to be enough? No, Aleister catching the leg. Big kick to the back. So close there for Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate unbelievably close to putting away the United States champion. But Aleister now in the corner. You know what he's going to be looking for here. Looking for that big running knee to the face. Oh, taking his head off. Taking his head off of his neck. Tyler Bate has got to be done for now. As much as he has tried everything in his power. Aleister Black raising him up with the foot. To then combo into that black mass of the head. The third black mass of the match. And that has got to be it for Tyler Bate. 1, 2, 3. What? How? How on earth did Tyler Bate just kick out of that? That is the third black mass in this match after having his head knocked off by that huge knee. And now Aleister Black, the rage. He's losing his cool in this one a bit. But somehow Tyler Bate has managed to hold on for as long as he has. Oh my goodness, but like I said, Tyler Bate is just incredible at what he does in the ring. Somehow he is managing to hold on in these big scenarios. And sure, he's not been able to win the championship. He's not being able to get the wins. But you can't deny his prowess in the ring. It takes something special to be able to kick out of 3 black masses like that. And my goodness, Aleister Black just looking for us to end this with a roll-up. But keep getting the ropes. Not being able to get the spacing right. Aleister Black really thrown by the fact that Tyler Bate is still in this. I think Aleister Black perhaps looked past this match with Tyler Bate here tonight. The big kick to the side of the head though. Is this going to be a 4th time? 4th time. 4th time lucky for Tyler Bate. 1, 2, 3. 4 black masses. That is the story of this match. 4 black masses it took Aleister Black to put away Tyler Bate. And sure, Tyler Bate may not have got the win tonight, but that has cemented him as a future star here on Raw. That match with Aleister Black. You've got to say he's going to have earned Aleister Black's respect after that match. 100% 100% is going to earn the respect of Aleister Black after that one. My word, unbelievable action from Aleister Black. But wait a second, Batista saying, Aleister, look up at the Titantron. It's time for your reign to come to an end, Black. You came to my show and have beaten everyone, but this is Raw. My Raw, and you don't belong here. I will make your life hell, and you will lose that championship. I'll leave my show once and for all. And if you do not, well, you may never wrestle again. And wait a second. Randy Orton, RKO to Aleister Black from behind. Randy Orton and Andrade attacking Aleister Black. Of course, Randy Orton and Andrade have been aligned with the general manager Batista. Batista clearly having an issue with Aleister Black and not being a Raw superstar through and through, and wants rid of Aleister Black. Had enough of Black holding that championship, beating everyone on Raw. And wow, message sent from Batista, Randy Orton and Andrade to Aleister Black. That United States Championship, and Aleister Black, well, they have got to be on watch. Batista saying he is going to make sure that Aleister Black loses that championship and leaves Monday Night Raw. But we've got to move on to some women's action here right now. Natalya back here on Monday Night Raw, looking to get some big victories, potentially to get herself up to in the position to face off against our new Raw Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley. She's going to get a few wins under her belt first, though, if she wants to do that. But you can't look past the experience of Natalya. But we have the return here tonight of Ember Moon, who of course did have a rivalry with Becky Lynch back at the beginning of the Universe mode, but is here back tonight, looking to get herself back in contention, get herself back in position for that Raw Women's Championship. Both of these women here, Natalya and Ember Moon, both of them need some big victories, but Ember did get off to the better start in this one, locking in that big submission code of silence to Natalya, but Natalya managed to get out of it. Ember Moon tried to take Natalya over with a big double arm suplex, but Natalya got out of it. But the roll up from Ember, 1, 2, only a 2 count for Ember Moon. Ember trying to get the most out of this match early on. And somersault into the lariat in the corner. And you know what this sets up for Ember Moon. Up to the top. And calling for it. Calling for the end for Natalya. And this was a very, very straightforward match for Ember Moon. All it took was one eclipse. And she is back on Monday Night Raw and looking for championship gold. And looking to get back to the top of the Raw Women's Division. But it is time now for our main event here tonight. It is time for our 8-man Battle Royal to determine who will be the #1 contender for the WWE Championship at Hell in a Cell. And we are starting things off here with Shinsuke Nakamura, the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura. And well, you can't deny he has had some big wins here in Universe mode. An opportunity against the WWE Champion would mean a lot for Nakamura. And that'd be a very interesting face-off indeed, Nakamura and Drew McIntyre. But here he is, the man who came up short against Aleister Black, but apart from that, he has been absolutely dominant here in Universe mode. He has been wrecking shop left, right and centre. Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre, I would not look past that in the slightest. Those two big, strong men would really go at it. But as you mentioned earlier, Pete Dunne, the third member from British Strong Style, looking to get himself back in contention for some championship gold here in Universe mode. Since the beginning of the series, he has dipped off a bit. He got himself a bit lost, not knowing where to really go after his feud with Roderick Strong back at the beginning of Universe mode. But he is looking tonight to get back into it. But here's a big surprise. Finn Balor returning to Monday Night Raw. Of course, Finn Balor, he was really the first man to go face to face with The Fiend And yes, he may have come up short. He did lose. I'm not going to lie about it. He did lose. He came back to the Demon and lost again. But Finn Balor, he is back. And he is looking to move forward and get a big victory here tonight and set himself and prove that he deserves to be WWE Champion. And Apollo Crews here, surely an underdog in this match. A man who is looking for more opportunities. And it'd be a big surprise if he manages to win here tonight. But we saw him earlier tonight. But he is back again. Randy Orton, after attacking Aleister Black earlier in the night with Andrade, is now looking to get himself an opportunity at the WWE Championship. Of course, he has had a match before against the former champion AJ Styles. Speaking of AJ Styles, still kidnapped by The Fiend. We will have an update on what is going on with AJ and The Fiend next week on Raw, I believe. But this man here, Samoa Joe, associated with AJ Styles and moved away from the club, trying to get someone on his own, trying to prove that he deserves to be here. And we have the Raw debut in Universe mode of Dolph Ziggler. Now this would be a big win for Ziggler here tonight. If he could win this Battle Royal in his debut match, that would be huge for Drew McIntyre. But we've got to get things going between these men. The Irishmen linking up. And wait a second, straight away, Pete Dunne getting the first elimination in this match. Oh my goodness. Instantaneously managing to get rid of Randy Orton. That is a shocker indeed. Pete Dunne, unbelievable there, getting that elimination. You wouldn't have expected Randy Orton to be the first man out of this match. That is indeed a massive surprise. And there goes Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews taken out by Shinsuke Nakamura at the back. Apollo definitely was the underdog going into this match. And it's a shame to see him go so early into this one. Pete Dunne knocking up with the Celtic Warrior Sheamus right now. Trying to get himself some big moves and really taking it to the Irishman. But wait a second, the other Irishman, Finn Balor, eliminating Shinsuke Nakamura. Of course, those two have a long history together in New Japan Pro Wrestling. But Balor managing to eliminate Shinsuke Nakamura. We are down to 5 men. Very impressive that Balor managed to get an elimination already. Trying to prove himself in this one, trying to prove that he deserves to be back here. And of course, Dolph Ziggler, his Raw debut, desperate for a big win. What a way to get started and to put yourself straight in a WWE Championship match. But really, I can't look past Sheamus in this one. Sheamus has got to be my pick. He is the biggest man in the ring and he is not afraid to kick anybody's head off. I do not know who is going to be able to eliminate Sheamus in this one. Wait a second, Sheamus. Oh, caught by a big punch by Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne and Sheamus really going at it. Wait a second, Dolph Ziggler on the shoulders of Samoa Joe and a big Samoan drop there from Joe. Joe now. Oh, massive suplex to Sheamus, to the Irishman. The Great White are now trading blows between each other. Dolph Ziggler very happy to be out of action right now. But Finn Balor has Pete Dunne in the corner. But Pete managing to get out of it. Dolph now trying to turn his attention to Samoa Joe, who'd just been attacked by Sheamus. But Joe straight back on Dolph Ziggler. Is Dolph going to be eliminated right now? Is Joe going to get the elimination? No, Dolph Ziggler managed to drop him on top of the ropes, preventing himself from being eliminated right there. It really looked like all that strength of Joe was going to eliminate Dolph Ziggler. Right, so Joe holding on. Dolph Ziggler thought he got rid of Joe, but Joe holding on with his fingertips and crawling his way back into this one. Very impressive there from Samoa Joe. Dolph Ziggler, fireman's carry there to Finn Balor. Pete Dunne and Sheamus really having some issues in this match. Wait a second. Oh, Joe looked to be gone again, but this time dropping Sheamus onto the ropes. Pete Dunne throwing Sheamus into the corner. Can Pete Dunne eliminate the Great White? Facebuster in the middle of the ring from Dolph Ziggler to Finn Balor. Dolph and Samoa Joe. Finn Balor dead in the middle of the ring right now. Pete Dunne waiting for Sheamus, and Pete Dunne eliminated Sheamus. Pete Dunne eliminated Sheamus. Unbelievable. Oh, that's my pick gone. My pick is now out of this match when we are down to 4 men. Pete Dunne, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe and Dolph Ziggler. Finn Balor and Dolph Ziggler going at it. Samoa Joe and Pete Dunne middle of the ring, but Joe hitting Pete Dunne with the huge running kick. Finn Balor trying to get rid of Ziggler. Is Ziggler going to be able to hold on? Can Ziggler hold on right now? Finn really trying all he can to get rid of Dolph Ziggler on the outside, but Dolph just managing to stay in this one, managing to hold on to that bottom rope. Now Finn Balor looking to take advantage of Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne, of course, has eliminated 2 people in this match so far. 2 big names Pete Dunne has eliminated. Eliminating both Sheamus and Randy Orton. You cannot look past that. That is impressive. Those are big names to eliminate. Wait a second, Dolph Ziggler now attacking behind Finn Balor, trying to take advantage, but Pete Dunne there on the ropes, very easily to be eliminated right now, but no one has noticed that Pete Dunne is stuck there on the ropes like that. Wait a second, Dolph Ziggler. He is calling for it. He is calling for the band. And that's sweet chin music, but Finn Balor ducking underneath, big kick to the face of Dolph Ziggler. And wait a second, Pete Dunne looking for the bitter end maybe. No, he's got a drop on his shoulders. And, oh my goodness, the strength of Pete Dunne. That is 3 men that Pete Dunne has eliminated in this match. Pete Dunne tearing his way through the crowd. And wait a second, Finn Balor's eliminated Pete Dunne. We are down to 2. The returning Finn Balor and the debuting Dolph Ziggler, and Pete Dunne has got to be upset after that one. He came so close. We're seeing coup de grace from Finn Balor in the ring. Coup de grace. And Finn going up again for a second coup de grace. Perhaps not the smartest idea, but it is definitely doing damage to Ziggler. But Ziggler managing to get back to his feet and a huge drop kick to Balor. We are down to our final 2 men after Pete Dunne managed to eliminate 3 men in this match, but was eliminated by Finn Balor, who has eliminated 2 men himself, Shinsuke Nakamura and Pete Dunne. Dolph Ziggler yet to eliminate anyone in this match so far. Finn Balor really needing this. Both these men really need this. Dolph Ziggler's debut and Finn Balor's return. Both men need to prove something big here tonight. Wait a second, Finn Balor's got Dolph Ziggler up. Is Finn going to be able to eliminate Dolph Ziggler? We could see Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre. Finn Balor now pushing down on the chest of Ziggler, pushing him down, but Ziggler holding onto that bottom rope with all of his might. Can he hold on? Can he hold on? Punching to the leg of Balor, and getting himself back in the ring somehow. But wait a second, turning around and clothesline Finn Balor. Finn Balor has managed to get the big victory with a clothesline out of nowhere. Oh my goodness, defeating Dolph Ziggler, and Finn Balor is going to be facing Drew McIntyre at Hell in a Cell for that WWE Championship. Unbelievable. What a return for Finn Balor, but can he finish it with a WWE Championship? We'll have to see. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time.